Howdy doody, partners and partnettes. Got a little maintenance to do. A little bit of gearbox action, hydraulic drive action, Dodge Ram action. Got a lot of work, a lot of fabricating, a lot of welding, cutting, just aggravating stuff. This is called a tilt trough. This baby right here, when the log gets its first cut, the first initial gateway at the sawmill, log comes in through, gets cut the length. See my chains, 20 foot, 18 foot, 16 foot, every 2 foot intervals, and gets cut. Now, if a log that gets cut, you know, it's too round, too big to go through my debarker, just won't fit. Well, this tilt trough will tilt it off this way, which we got a video where we built all this. Then get it out of the way and put it on our backup deck. The problem is on this tilt trough, it hauls ass. This thing is Dale Earnhardt every time it cranks up, my friend. I mean, it rips, it slips, it goes, the logs just sit on top of that ladder chain. This is what drove it right now, which I got it off. It's just a hydraulic drive, which went straight to a gear, which drove it. Now, I'm gonna stick with a hydraulic drive, but I'm gonna put a gearbox after that and just swap my gear ratios around to slow it down, and it's gonna be a hell of a lot stronger than that little drive. I've got my mount plate, everything here. Got to do a little bit of patchwork, get this plate mounted on, and here's our gearbox. That will be going on to it. This actually came with my hurdle sawmill, my carriage over there, which is a hurdle. This hurdle comes factory, and these things are set up to you know, take to the woods, plane it, cut it, and then move it around. Well, we made ours into a whole freaking sawmill. When that drive that came with it, that gearbox that came with the original deck that we've added on to, we had to make it a lot bigger, obviously, so it's free, more or less. You know, we paid for it, but we saved it, and that's why you save stuff. We're gonna use it here. Now we've got our plate, Sir Charlie Mix-a-Lot here. He's gonna hold her on up. We're gonna tack her, you know, just tack, and then we gotta get the cane gang over here. Burn your fingers for that. Yeah, you did. This whole damn operation's on a standstill.
What's the matter?
Because we can't do jack shit without your approval.
You can do it without my approval.
Well, you're the smartest guy here, so we just want to make sure that the cane gang.
I'm telling Tommy.
Luckily, Tommy is on the phone. He didn't hear that. Can't do nothing, you know, when you work on a kind of construction site, there's always that one guy, that one just aggravating son of a you-know-what. You just got to go through everything. Well, here's that guy right there. That's him. Does that need to be further back? That way?
Well,
or is that good?
If you could move it another millimeter, that would help.
Let's see. No, I think that'll work, Tommy.
So if this doesn't work, you're the one that gave.
Just put the thing up there and we'll put some sprockets on it. Look at it. That's why we're tacking it on.
Okay, so that's why you tack it before you weld it.
Right.
This whole time, I didn't know why the hell we do. So I was wondering. That makes sense now, don't it? Idiots.
Like
you got it where to hold that.
I just got them 2 tacks on top.
Get a couple more on it. We'll put that up there too.
No one trusts. Now you don't even trust my tacks.
Can y'all pick that up?
Yeah, I hope so. Something's only weighs about 500 pounds.
Y'all can't handle it. I'll come over and get on it.
Yeah, for sure you will.
We got a nut anywhere. I don't like how y'all did these bolts on here.
That's Norman. I wasn't the engineer on this one.
Well, we did at least add 150 pounds to this thing.
Yeah, I don't know if we got enough shaft sticking out there or not. I think it might work.
I've already said that.
In, turn this one out. Huh?
I said I've already said that.
Well, we turn that sprocket in, turn this one out. I think it'll work.
What he's talking about here is this shaft is a lot further in than this shaft. Move your left hand, Charlie. We're trying to see the shaft.
It's got another ½ inch.
Yeah, but you can kind of see maybe. Dr. Phil here, the one with, you know, I guess you are bald too on top of your head, but he's got more hair than the real Dr. Phil.
Barely.
Has provided us with the info that we can just swap the pulleys around, reverse one, that one, and it'll just go right on. They know these things, these older cats do. They've got the knowledge. Oh hell, that'll work. Maybe.
This one ain't on yet, but you might clean that up some.
This is a little ridiculous how y'all designed this. I'll be honest with you.
This is Norman's design here.
You can't just blame everything on everybody else whenever you don't like exactly the way it works here.
Ideally, I would have put the adjuster bolts like here and out here. Slide. Let's get all the back that way.
Now before we had a bigger sprocket on the shaft itself and a smaller on the drive, but now that we've changed all the ratios, we've got a bigger sprocket on the drive and a smaller on the...
Yeah, we didn't have a gearbox on it before.
Well, we have figured that out by now. We've been discussed that.
This is about an inch past that
You got
now.
some sandpaper?
I ain't got any damn sandpaper.
No, that wire wheel ain't gonna do jack shit, Charlie.
Okay.
I asked for sandpaper.
And I give a shit why. When he's actually doing something, you don't say shit. You let him do it.
You ain't quite lined up on the keyhole yet. Good thing we put that free on it. That's pretty close.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Whoa, whoa, there's more.
Just a little bit.
Pretty close.
That's close to me.
Right.
Say the magic words, look good, tack it. They decided the gearbox needs to stay on here to weld it, so we ain't got too tight of weld here. Bend the rod a couple different directions. They really made it easy on me. I appreciate you guys.
Break time, I don't have to listen.
Fix it.
Break time.
Break time.
Now we got our top weld on, which was an easy one. Gonna weld that underneath there. So take the locks off, untag this thing, tilt this up, we'll hit the bottom. Well, after we welded that up in there, added us another support piece on the bottom and also added another support piece on top. You know, as the old saying goes, sometimes more is just more. That being said, Charlie also got the hydraulic line situated, got our hydraulic drive on there, and he's off somewhere on the lane of the sawmill looking for some chainage, little chainage. Get our chain, cut the length, get it installed, and we will test this bad boy. You're the baddest son of a bitch with a hammer I've ever met in my life. Got a brand new chain, which they always come with a new master link, and we do got a puller on this which we can tighten. Everything's pretty well new. Get this on and give her a test. Moment of truth, let's see if it's backwards or not. Well, it's moving backwards, so luckily all we got to do is swap these two hoses on our drive and it put it right direction. We'll try it again.
Round two.
Round two. We're good to test. All right, now should drive the right direction. And it is slow. Hopefully it goes faster than that. That's slower than shit. I believe they were quite a bit off on their gear ratio. Kane Gang is here because they have fixed our sprocket problem. Still too slow.
It'll run, but it can still be a little faster.
I can probably get 11 too. So I got the order one.
What is that, a 12?
13.
How much slower will taking two teeth off make it? How much more, or how much faster will it make it?
If I was going to do anything, I'd go bigger on the gearbox.
Yeah, you got plenty of room. But you got to worry about the logs coming off. And
Let's try it Monday and see how strong it is. Strength is what we really want.
we're going to wait on Monday and crank this thing up and watch her run. See how she does then. If you haven't already, hit that like, hit that subscribe, eat more possum, and God bless. Peace.